Next, we're going to take a look at how to use the arithmetic formula to find missing information. So in our first example, the information that we have is the 8th and the 12th terms. The information we need is the first 3 terms. So when we think about setting this up, if we kind of list out what we know, we have the 8th term is -12. We're missing the 9th, 10th, and 11th terms. Our 12th term is 16. So if you think about it, we're adding that common difference 1, 2, 3, 4 times to get the 16. So we're going to set this up with the explicit formula, but we're also just going to kind of use our intuition to solve for the common difference first. So we have the last term that we know is the first term that we know plus 4 of the common differences. So when we solve this, adding 12 to both sides and dividing by 4, we get a common difference of 7. So that will help us to find the first 3 terms, because now we're going to go back and use that explicit formula to find the first term. So now you can choose either the 8th or the 12th terms. It doesn't matter. I'm going to use the 8th just because it's smaller. So here's how I'm going to be setting up my formula. The 8th term is the first term plus n, in this case is 8 minus 1, times that common difference. And we're going to substitute the 8th term is -12. The first term is what we do not know, so that's what we're solving for. Of course, simplifying 8 minus 1 is 7 times the common difference we just found is 7 as well. So simplifying this, we get -12 equals that first term plus 49. Subtracting 49 from both sides, we get -61 is our first term. And using the recursive formula, we're simply going to add 7 to each term to get the second and third terms. So -61 plus 7 is -54, and -54 plus 7 is -47. So those are the first 3 terms in our sequence. And the last way we're going to use our formula is to determine how many terms are in the sequence, knowing the first term, knowing the common difference. So if you take a look, we're subtracting 4 between the first several terms and the last term. So again, setting up that explicit formula and substituting what we know. We know the last term is -19. We know the first term is 121. We do not know how many terms there are, so n is what we're solving for, and our common difference is -4. So solving this, we simplify the right-hand side of our equation, distributing that -4, combining our like terms, don't lose your n. Combining our like terms, we get 125 minus 4n. Subtracting that 125 from both sides, we get -144. My stylus is dying. I ordered some new ones. And finally, dividing by -4, we get 36, which means n equals 36, so there are 36 terms in our sequence. And your U-try questions.